Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Rakakwadash, Barakatah. Double honors to the elders and the apostles and the righteous men of Great Millstone who teach us this truth in righteousness and sincerity and in brotherly love. And salutations to the hopeful elect, the 144,000 men of Yasharallah, and the 1/3 men, women, and children of Yasharallah. Shalom. This is your brother Shamya, coming back at you one more time from the Great Millstone Helena, Montana camp. And we just gonna jump right into it, okay? We always like to make a disclaimer. We are not a hate group and we are not an extremist group. We are a truth group and we only bring out the truth according to the Bible, according to the word of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, okay? So the Lord Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai had the spirit jump on me to do a lesson on the Motb, okay? Because the thing about it is, a couple of weeks ago, we know a lot of us Akim, the Lord gives us Akim many dreams, especially dreams concerning the Motb. I had a dream a couple of weeks ago, and basically it was a dream where close personal people to me were about to take the Motb. In the dream that I had, the Lord had this. The Lord gave me this dream, and these are people that are close to me, close personal people to me, and these are people that even know the truth. And these people, and in a dream, they were literally getting ready to take the Motb. So it's serious. It's serious right now. We at the end of this thing. Meanwhile, you got a lot of these other camps that's not going by the true doctrine Yahweh Shem Shai has given, to the elders, apostle, Great Millstone, right? Because Great Millstone has the 144% truth, and I'm telling the truth. We gonna go into this lesson. Because we always bring out the truth. We always go into the words, studying the etymology of words, going to the history, going into sources, proofs, facts, right? Because we are in these last days, and very, very soon. See, because the Motb is ringing the doorbell. Is ringing the doorbell. And a lot of people are going to, we see it now, they're going to fall out the truth, because it's people that I know personally that have fell out the truth. Because once they realize that they're Israelites, it's good to them at first, but when that affliction and that suffering come, they don't want to have nothing to do with it no more. They look, hey, they want to follow the world and just move on with their life. It's like, look, that's what they've done. Move on with their life, and that Hebrew Israelite stuff that ain't for me. I'm going back into the world. See, and that's why a lot of these 2/3, they're gonna take that Motb. You got all these other camps that's not teaching the right doctrine. They talking about the Motb as Christianity and sleeping with white women. You know what I'm saying? Which is madness, man. It's bullshit. So I ain't gonna waste no more time. I'm gonna jump right into it. We ain't gonna make this lesson too long. We're gonna jump right into it. Revelations 13-16. It's gonna keep coming out because the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai wanted to continue to keep coming out because we're in these last days. And the Motb is upon us. Is a lot of people gonna take that micro C here. Revelations chapter 13, verse 16, it reads, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads." Okay? And in verse 17 it says, "And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name," right? Verse 18, "Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600 six. So we're going to go into these from verse 15 to 17. We're going to break this down. We always break it down through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shemel Shai, and the elders, apostles, great millstone, who the Lord set up, who the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai set up. We're going to continue to do these videos on the Motb because the Motb is right at the doorstep. It's here. It's just only a matter of time for something. Esau make a false flag or something, and then something pop off, and then people, hey, it's coming. Let's read this real quick. Revelations 13 and 16. New American Bible Version. Revelations 13 and 16. New American Bible Version. It says this. It forced all the people, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to be given a stamped image on their right hands or their foreheads. Now, a lot of these camps, they'll say, well, a stamp is not inside of you. You got a lot of these other camps that say that. A stamp it's just a stamp right on your hand. It's not inside your skin. It's like, no, man, come on, man. It just, when we just hear it, it's like, man, these guys have no idea what's going on. Let me read that one more time. Revelations 13 and 16. And the Lord is not dealing with them. Revelations 13 and 16, New American Bible. It says, it forced all those people, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to be given a stamped image on their right hands or their foreheads. So now let's look into this word stamp, because that's what the elders, apostles, great millstone taught us to do. Look into words. Because that's why it's going to be a lot of these people that take that Motb, because they think that when a lot of these other camps ain't teaching the 100% truth, telling them that it's going to be a physical mark. It's going to be something that they're going to inject inside of your skin, inside of your hand. This is just a simple definition for the word stamp. All you got to do is Google this word, stamp. This is the definition for stamp. It says punch. Not when you punch somebody, like punch somebody in the eye or punch somebody in the face. No, when you punch, that word stamp is punch. Like if you have a hole punch, you punch a hole in the paper with that hole punch. When you punch a hole in the paper with that hole punch, you're going to see a hole in that paper. Definition for stamp: punch, carve, brand, mark. This is just, I just Googled this word, stamp. Stamp, definition: punch, carve, brand, mark. You go into that word mark, just do a simple Google search for the word mark definition. Here it is: cut, incision. Check this out: stigma. Going to that word stamp, it means punch, carve, brand, mark. Going to that word mark, cut, incision, stigma. So then what I did was I looked into that word stigma. When you just do a simple Google search for the word stigma, right? When you look up a lot of these words, Google the word, and then as you keep scrolling down, they'll give you the Greek origin of that word. This is the Greek origin of the word stigma. It says this: stigma, a mark made by a pointed instrument. That's the definition for the word stigma, because we look again, went to the word stamp, punch, carve, brand, mark. Going to the word mark, cut, incision, stigma. Going to the word stigma, the Greek origin for the word stigma, a mark made by a pointed instrument. Late 16th century, parentheses, denoting a mark made by pricking or branding. I mean, look, it's plain. Hey, we gonna keep going. We gonna just keep going. Okay, let's go to the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 28, because this is part of the law. This is part of the law. what we about to go to. Leviticus is part of the law. Okay? The Torah. The first 5 books of Moses. You know, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, right? First 5 books. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. This is Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 28. It says this. It says, Leviticus 19 and 28, it says, ye shall not make any cuttings. It says, ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So this is what the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai said. The power of Israel, the power and creator of all things that are in the heavens of heavens and in the stars and in the universe and the depths of the sea and the high mountains. This is the Lord speaking. So then if we read this, they'll say, oh, it's just cuttings. It don't say anything about inserting something into your skin. It says cuttings or print, any marks. No, because right here in the Julius Smith translation to Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 28, it says this, and ye shall not give an incision for the soul in your flesh and a mark of stigma. Ye shall not give upon you. I'm going to read it again. Julius Smith translation, Leviticus chapter 19, verse 28. And ye shall not give an incision for the soul in your flesh and a mark of stigma. Ye shall not give upon you. We look into that word stigma again. It says Greek origin, stigma, a mark made by a point. What is that thing called when you get a tattoo? When they're putting a tattoo on you, what is that thing called? That's a needle, a pointed instrument that they're using to put that ink into your skin. Let me read it again. Stigma, Greek origin, a mark made by a pointed instrument. Late 16th century, denoting a mark made by pricking. See, when a person is getting a tattoo, they're pricking the skin to get that ink inside the skin. See, all you other camps, y'all not telling the truth to these people. Y'all telling these people that the mark of the beast is Christianity and sleeping with white women. Definition for the word stigma again. It says origin, Greek origin, stigma, a mark made by a pointed instrument, late 16th century, denoting a mark made by pricking or branding. Leviticus 19 and 28, Julius Smith version, translation, and ye shall not give an incision for the soul in your flesh and a mark of stigma, ye shall not give upon you. Let's keep moving and grooving through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Back to Revelations 13. It says this, Revelations 13 and 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Let's look into this, because like we said, we gonna break this down. Revelations 13 and 16. Revelations 13 and 18. 666. We're gonna go into the Strong's Concordance to that. 666. This is Strong's Concordance G 5516. Chi Psi Stigma. That word stigma again. Revelations 13 and 18. 603 score and 6. Revelations 13 and 18. 603 score and 6. Strong's Concordance G 5516. Chi Psi Stigma. It reads, definition, root word. It says the 22nd, 14th, and obsolete letter, parentheses, G4742, because we're going to go into that too, an obsolete letter, G4742, of the Greek alphabet, parentheses, intermediate between the 5th and 6th, used as numbers. denoting respectively 660 and 666 as a numeral. Here's the root word to 603 score 6 from G5516, the root word G4742, stigma. We already written to a simple definition to the word stigma. We read it in a different translation in Leviticus, in the Julius Smith translation. This is a root word, G4742, stigma, root word, from primary stizo. Read it again. Root word, G4742, Revelation 13:18, 603 score and 6. G5516, chi, psi, stigma, root word, the 22nd, 14th, and obsolete letter, parentheses G4742 of the Greek alphabet, intermediate between the 5th and 6th, used as numbers, denoting respectively 660 and 666 as a numeral, root word G4742, stigma, root word from primary stizo, parentheses to stick. So this is going to be a physical thing. This is physical. G4742, stigma, root word from primary stizo, parentheses to stick, i.e. prick. Didn't we just read that for a stamp? The definition for stamp: punch, carve, brand, mark. Definition for mark: cut, incision. Stigma, Greek origin, stigma, a mark made by a pointed instrument. Late 16th century, denoting a mark made by pricking or branding. G4742, stigma, root word from primary stizo, to stick, i.e. prick, a mark, incised or punched, parentheses for recognition of ownership. See, that's why the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai warned us. If any of the Lord's people, the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and speckled bird, if any of the Lord's people take that mark, you basically showing your allegiance to Esau, Edom. When you take that mark, Esau owns you. That's why the Lord said in the scriptures, whoever take that mark, what's going to happen? You're going to start getting them tumors and those boils and shit. And you're going to suffer that ICBM nuclear missile fire too. From primary stizo, to stick, i.e. prick, a mark, incised. See, that word incised, that's incision. Or punched, parentheses for recognition of ownership. A mark pricked in or branded. What is, it says a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. We're reading this out the Bible. But the best thing we're doing is we going into the root words so we can have an understanding. That's why the Lord said it right here. In Revelation 13:18, he says, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding. Read it one more time. G4742, stigma, root word from primary stizo, to stick, i.e. prick, a mark incised or punched for recognition of ownership. A mark pricked in or branded upon the body. So Revelations 13 and 16, it coincides with Revelations 13 and 18. Well, it's in the same chapter. Revelation 13, 16, just keep reading down. Verse 16 down to 18. It says this, Revelations 13, 16 for Mark. G5480, charagma. Charagma. Mark, for the definition for Mark, in Revelations 13, 16, G5480, charagma. Of the mark stamped. We looked into that word stamp. We're going to go over it again because we're only doing these lessons for the elect and the 1/3 men, women, and children of Yasharallah. Definition for the word stamp: punch, carve, brand, mark. Definition for the word mark: cut, incision, stigma. Greek origin, stigma, a mark made by a pointed instrument. Revelations 13 and 16 for the word mark, G5480, charagma of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand. From G5482, we go into the root word to mark, G5480, the root word, G5482, charax, right? Well, we know what that means, a pointed instrument, right? A pointed instrument, okay? So they're gonna use a pointed instrument, a needle, right? Which is what we just read in Leviticus in the law, right? When you what is that used when you get a tattoo? They use a needle to punch, to stamp, to get that ink inside the skin, right? Revelations 13 and 16 from Mark, G5480, charagma of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand. From G5482, charax. They're going to put that mark, that C-hip. How will they be able to put it inside you? They're going to use a sharp pointed instrument, a charax, to insert the charagma. This is the definition for the word punch, because if you look up the word punch, you have definition 1 and you have definition 2, and you will see it. You'll see punch. It'll have a 1 right there. It'll give you the whole definition for that first definition for punch, and then it'll give you a second definition for the word punch. You got the first definition, punch 1, you have the second definition, punch 2. This is definition for punch 2. A device or machine for making holes in materials such as paper, leather, metal, and plaster. Pierce, okay? A hole in metal, paper, leather, etc. It says prick, stick, needle, hole, spike, cut. So when you pierce something, you're actually cutting it too. How do we know? Because we're looking into the words. Okay? You don't just, when you take some scissors and you just cut some paper, that's not all what it means either. Because how do we know? Well, we just look into the words. Punch, a device or machine for making holes in materials such as paper, leather, metal, and plaster. Pierce, a hole in metal, paper, leather, etc. Prick, stick, needle, hole, spike, cut. Definition for the word cut, make an opening, incision, or wound in something with a sharp-edged tool or object. Pierce, penetrate, scratch, and size. We're going to wrap it up, Akim. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachakwadash, Barakatah. Double honors to the elders and apostles and the righteous men of Great Millstone who teach us this truth and righteousness and sincerity and in brotherly love. Let's keep pushing, Akim. And we're going to continue to push and preach the right doctrine through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, the Lord set up, who the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai set up. Until the next lesson, stay strong, Akim. We almost home. Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.